big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. They set up the screen for Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they say no to the penalty, the incomplete. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Mostert now to return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Kaepernick now to throw. That's complete once again to Hopkins. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just one but 2 Hall of Famers, Michael Irvin and Charlie Joyner. So some pretty good company at 7'5".
Yeah, you talk about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, and the guy who just made plays, Charlie Joyner. And that's what we're seeing here. Similar style in terms of being dependable, being open, and turning it in.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. How about that for a call? Leading in the second half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And, partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact, I might love it more than other people, but in this case, probably a step too far because not only does it not work, but look at the field position they gave up after the attempt.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Powers through and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. James Robinson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you're thinking guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Mostert now to return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. This will go to Henry out wide. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A huge play there for Arizona. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Flush to his right. Space to run past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play there on the scramble.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Come on, let's go.
Colin Kaepernick. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And now the Cardinals are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. They'll try and throw for it. Being chased out left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And a little element there of chasing points, because that's the 2nd time they've had a failed 2-point conversion. Now they're down 2.
Yeah, you don't kick it the first time, and now you feel like you're in a position where you have to go for 2 in this spot. The chasing points, hard to catch up. That's why a lot of coaches make it a hard, fast rule. Don't go for 2 unless you absolutely have to.
The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Now a give, right side. It's Robinson. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Good job, fellas, good job.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run again here with Robinson. He stiff arms him, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll try the left side. Robinson. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st down, Robinson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Henry on 1st down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most. Now Kaepernick. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. Here's Kaepernick to throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. I believe this is going to be a 1st down.
You microphone.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Henry again on 2nd down. Fights loose. Fights free yet again. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players. But most of the time, you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync. Because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets. And you might not block them quite the way you want to. But as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Now it's Jackson. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chris Wormley just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. A first down carry for Henry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. And some space here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard.
Seen this late in the fourth quarter because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They're going option play on 3rd down. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and we are tied. They return it to the house. And now Charles, the extra point, can give them the lead.
And they did it on defense. What a play.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Mostert now to return. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Back to throw, Kaepernick. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
They'll run here with Robinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. They'll run on first down. It's Robinson, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
2nd and 8 coming up. On the run, it's Robinson. Hard running at the 15. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Patterson now for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. A drive there, just 4 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And with that,